Hey Steve, Hack Nation wants to know how this is going to address the liner issues.
Yeah, again, thanks again for the question, and also Hack Nation, thanks for reaching out. So, got a lot of comments, a lot of questions and answers. So, a lot of you guys out there that work on these every day, the issue is with the liners in these particular platforms of engines. So, basically, what happens is these liner shims right here, they kind of start to smash out, and then also it starts to wear on the block. And that being said, what that does is that allows your liner to drop. And what I mean by that is, so when your shim's in here and you set your protrusion, again, it's all people's choice where they want to set things. Generally somewhere in the 10 to 14 thousandths protrusion with the sleeve sitting above the block. What that does is that gets your dimensions right here and allows the head gasket and the head, when bolted down, puts a clamping force down on here. Well, what happens is when these sleeves and these shims here start to smash out and start to wear, it allows the liners to drop somewhere in the range of about around 8 to 6 thousandths. I've seen them some lower, but anyway, so what we do is we offer, and I think a lot of people out there do it, we get our liner protrusion and everything set back right, and we put stainless steel shims underneath them, and that kind of alleviates the softer material here from allowing the sleeve to drop. But the other important thing is when you're doing that lower sleeve correction, a lot of times you're going to find that the points of where the lower counterbore it sits down on the block. Well, the problem is it's not square. So a lot of you out there that do machine work and also do engine rebuilds, it does help when you get all that squared back up. Now, a lot of our overhauls that we do for the ISX X15 platform, we just do out-of-frame overhauls because they do have quite a few oil leaks and stuff like that, so we just like to address all that. But the other thing is what we do with this new sleeve is, if you look right here, I got a couple points of reference where these green marks are. So in this whole area right here, if you look at the top of your sleeve, the sleeve is actually moving around in the block. So it's not, and some people's like, oh, that, how much is that? Well, it's a few thousandths or whatever. At the end of the day, it's not right. But, when people do overhaul them in their shops or in the dealers or whatever, they put them back together with the same shim. And you cannot use that same shim. You are gonna have the same problem. We had a customer 230,000 miles after his overhaul did the same thing. You have to get all this stuff straightened up and fixed. The unfortunate circumstances is it is expensive and you got to machine the block. But to do it the right way, and we overbore the block, and so my new sleeves are overbored on this top flange. And they are also thicker. They have about 1 inch of flange height on them. So what that does is that stiffens up the whole top of the block and the sleeve area. So that kind of keeps this movement of the sleeve, if you will, from moving around. So then the other thing that we also introduced is, and some of you guys I'm sure have had this issue, the O-ring has failed too in this one. And this one wasn't a terrible pressure maker in the overflow tank, but this one was just kind of losing a little bit of coolant. It wasn't a ton, but at the end of the day, we were still trying to chase a coolant leak for the gentleman, and we finally just decided, you know what, let's just overhaul it. And this one here, I think, had about 585,000 miles on it. But you can see right here in the red area right here, the liner's O-ring has failed. And you can see this mark going all the way down, which is just minute antifreeze going into the oil. But it wasn't enough to make the oil milky or anything like that, And so the other thing that we introduced with this new liner is it's got another O-ring down here. So I introduced 2 O-rings into it. We also put some cooling grooves into it, and then coated them, so to kind of help with corrosion and stuff like that. But again, the major thing with the improvements on these sleeves is fixing the upper counter bore, flange area, if you want to call it that. We've stiffened that up, and then we've also allowed it to be an overbore fix, because I've seen a couple blocks where they were worn enough. There was no fix for it because nobody was making overbore sleeves, and we make overbore sleeves now. So, and then for the gentleman that said, hey, looks like another mom and pop shop job in aftermarket Chinese parts, I'm gonna tell you something, buddy. This whole mom and pop shop thing, that's what this country was found on. You know, guys like Hack Nation, guys like you know, Excalibur and Highway Heavy, and you know, a lot of other companies. You know, these are all mom and pop shops, man, and they all do great work. And so for you to say that, that's freaking a bunch of bull crap. This sleeve here that I'm making too is also made here in the United States. So I'm not sure where you're getting your information from, but maybe you want to check yourself. But again, I'm excited to release these. And if you guys got any questions, give us a call here at Truckworks of Ohio, 419-619-1050. Thanks. Have a great day.